Hello, welcome to all. The day 4 class on this week. This class we will detailedly study to analyze the implementation road map on GST in Indian context. Let's see the dual model of GST. Goods and Services Tax Network, that is also known as GSTN, that are non-governmental private limited company and is a not for profit company established under section 8 of the Companies Act 2013 with the authorities capital of rupees 10 crore. The central government is having the equity share of 24.5% and the state and union territories are also having 24.5% and the remaining 51% of the share is contributed by non-governmental financial institution. The GSTN is the foundation for the technology set up for the GST administration in India. GST had created the more interaction between central and state governments with big financial relation for the purpose of collection and settlement of tax to the state government by the central government. For this purpose, government needs strong technology support for the interaction between the governments and other stakeholders such as taxpayers, banks, accounting regulators and RBI. So, to achieve the smooth and transparent interaction among these stakeholders, GSTN has been set up. Let us see the functions of Goods and Services Tax Network. Following are the important functions performed by the GSTN through the strong technological support to the GST system in the country. Number 1, it supports the taxpayers to fill the online application for the registration under the GST. Number 2, it provides comprehensive technological support for filing the online return. Number 3, it creates the online challan for the purpose of tax payment. Number 4, it acts as a clearing house in a settlement of IGST. Number 5, it has an online help desk to help the taxpayers in solving the difficulties faced during application, filing return and paying tax. Number 6, it also provides information on interstate supply and cross credit utilization. Number 7, GSTN provides the information on tax payment to RBI and accounting authorities for the purpose of reconciliation. It is noted that the GSTN does not receive any tax payment, but it only receives the confirmation of tax payments. GST allows to access the tax related data by stakeholders. Let us see the GST Council. It is a statutory body set up for the purpose of providing guidelines, suggestions and recommendation to the central and state government on the matter pertaining to GST. The council is headed by the Union Finance Minister. 101st Amendment of the Constitution was provided that the GST has to be constituted within 60 days from the date on which Article 279A came into force. Accordingly, the President of India had established the Council. The main duty of the Council is to bring harmonization among central and state government on the different matters of GST and also to harmonize the structure of GST throughout the nation to have single and unified GST to build a single common market. Functions of GST Council: tax rates of GST, tax exemption to be given, threshold limits to determine the taxability of the registered person, disputes resolution among central and state government, provisions, rules and notifications in relation of GST. Let us discuss electronic way bills under GST, also known as e-way bills. One of the advantages of GST is it eliminates the burden on the tax administration in relation to check post verification of goods at the time movement of goods from one state to another by introducing e-way bills. Electronic way bills are necessary when there is a movement of goods in vehicle or conveyance vehicle is more than rupees 50,000. Either each of the invoice or the aggregate of all the invoices in a vehicle in relation to number 1 supply, second one for the purpose of other than supply, that is return, number 3 for the purpose of inward supply from unregistered person. For this purpose, supply may any one of the following, namely any supply made for consideration in the course of business, any supply made for consideration not in the course of business, supply made without consideration. In simple, it clears that the generation of e-way bills is compulsory in all the above cases. It is noted that for some certain goods it is mandatory to generate e-way bills even when the value of goods consigned is less than rupees 50,000. Such cases are interstate movement of goods by the principal to the job worker by the principal or registered job worker, interstate transport of handicraft goods by a dealer exempted from the GST registration. Let us see generation of an e-way bills. Number 1, registered person, that is e-way bill must be generated when there is a movement of goods of more than rupees 50,000 in value to or from a registered person. A registered person or the transporter may choose to generate and carry e-way bill even if the value of goods is less than rupees 50,000. Number 2, unregistered person, that is unregistered persons are also required to generate e-way bill. However, where a supply is made by an unregistered person to a registered person, the receiver will have to ensure all the compliances are met as if they were the same player. Number 3, transporter carrying goods by road, air, rail, etc. also need to generate e-way bill if the supplier has not generated an e-way bill. Let us see documents or details required to generate e-way bill, namely invoice or bill of supply or challan related to the consignment of goods transported by road, transporter ID or vehicle number, transport by rail, air or ship, transporter ID, transporter document number and the date on the documents.